So challenge day wouldn't be challenge day if we didn't have any challenges to share with you guys. So we like to get right
That's
into those
right.
challenges. Not we like to get into those challenges now. Just to let you know, just to let you guys know, we're humans just like y'all. So, but we're gonna share them right now. With that being said, bro, you have any challenges that you'd like to share with the folks?
Yes, I am excited I'm actually excited about this challenge because I didn't think this was something that I don't know. I just didn't know if I needed it. Maybe I don't know about
Mm,
needing it, but I went to the U.S. Open. I was there.
yeah.
I went to the U.S. Open, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things I've always said that I wanted to do was go to the U.S. Open, but like a bucket list thing for me would be like to go to Wimbledon, right? That's like,
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to Wimbledon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've always had that. But the new thing is accepting this idea that like, yo, maybe I could go to all four.
Mm.
Maybe I go all four. The French Open, the Australian Open, Wimbledon.
I don't know, but
It,
yeah, Australian,
it,
that joint, that's a heck of a flight.
bro, I got 30 more years maybe
Sure.
to work on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
30 years just to go
Mm-hmm.
to three more.
Mm-hmm.
Wimbledon, and to be there in the room. I
Mm-hmm.
was in the room when okay, so Djokovic is this top player forever. He's Sinner's number one, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what he's ranked right now. He might be number two or three or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
like he wins like everything all the goddamn time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And um, and I'm not really a big fan of Djokovic.
Mm-hmm.
Like he turns out he's not such a like a he used to be this fun loving guy kind of thing, but then he became like this real like became like a little bit of an asshole, right?
Okay.
Uh, but I was there in the room and I saw him lost. He lost at the US Open. So
Yeah.
I got to see a top tier player,
Mm-hmm.
but I got to see him lose. So like I got my cake and I ate that bit too, bro. I was
Yeah.
face
Worked out.
first in that joint.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, that's dope. I got to go to the US Open. I'm definitely gonna go back. Like it's too easy. For
Mm-hmm.
me to be this close. New
Yeah.
York
Yeah.
is
That's
like
right there.
right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. For
Bro,
sure.
it's too easy. And like
Mm-hmm.
to just go every year if I wanted to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The best would be to like get to go the final weekend and eventually see like a title match. That would be like
Mm-hmm.
a
Yeah,
big
that would be
that's a
dope.
title match there. That would be
Yeah.
freaking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But just to get in the room for that
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
is gonna cost some bands just to get in a room
Mm-hmm.
for that joint.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Okay, so I'm like, yo, it's not that big of a pivot in terms of like dreaming big. This
Mm-hmm.
this is like a bucket list we're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like, but this means like this is something I'm gonna endeavor to make happen.
Mm-hmm.
And like I foresee myself traveling to Australia one day for something just to like explore. There's
Mm-hmm.
Darwin, Australia. I've always wanted to be like and see like the sign, be like, that's me.
I actually
That's
didn't even know
me.
that. I
Yeah,
actually
there's
didn't
a
know that.
this Darwin, Australia. And
Mm-hmm.
so like if I point at the sign, what I mean, it's cool. So like
Mm-hmm.
I could just like make that all into one trip. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You get to
Mm-hmm.
see there. Like I want to go to. You went to Paris. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I want to go to Paris at
Mm-hmm.
someday. And
Mm-hmm.
why not go during the French Open? You know what I mean? I get to go to
That
the
would be
French
cool.
Open,
Yeah, that
and then
would
I
be
get
very
to
cool.
go see the rest of Paris. Right? That's the
Yeah.
place I want to go see. And of course,
Mm-hmm.
I've been to London, but I mean, I didn't go to Wimbledon. But I
Mm-hmm.
get to see more of London.
Mm-hmm.
That's just another trip. And I
Yeah.
got like, I mean, ideally, I'm trying to make this happen within the next like 6, 7 years,
Yeah. Yeah.
ideally.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it could take longer. And I'm not um, so married that this vision of mine has to be this specific exact kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little bit flexible in that. So okay, I'll go for a second rounder or something like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And boom, I got it, and I was there. I was in the room when I saw some professional
Mm-hmm.
tennis player do their thing. So yeah, so that's my thing. My challenge is to it starts today. Well, it started once I entered the gates of the U.S. Open, but I'm going to try to go to all four majors. But you know what, I'm gonna start throwing in the Miami Open. I haven't that was in Miami
Ah,
Gardens.
okay,
And
yeah.
like that's just too easy.
That's
Why
just
am I
yeah,
not
that's too
going to
easy.
this thing?
Yeah,
I go down there easily all the time
yeah.
anyway. So like boom, go
Always
there doing
flopping
the
there.
major, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's my challenge, man. You know what I mean? Join me on the ride. If y'all want to go to these majors, you know what I mean? We could make a plan.
No,
Formulate
that's
a plan. We
cool.
can get a whole crew together, yo.
That's really no, that's really dope. That's really dope. And like bro said, man, like I was, yeah, I went to Paris. The reason why I went to Paris is for the Olympics. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to the actual events that I wanted to go to, but I was there, and I was able to at
It
least
was still the whole
experience.
vibe.
It was still a whole vibe. I was able to experience quite a bit of the
Hmm.
festivities there. The reason why this is a challenge for me because I realized that kind of on the same vein of actually it's kind of crazy the way you described it. It's kind of like on the same vein. Like I feel like I'm getting to a phase in my life or I actually I believe I'm in a phase in my life where like experiences are becoming more valuable to me. Like I'm desiring to do
Facts.
more experiences. So and
That's what's up.
the dope thing about even when I went to Paris for the Olympics, I met a childhood friend there, which is so crazy that the world is so small. I haven't seen this guy in 20 plus years. Literally in 20 plus years.
Crazy.
And to
Yeah.
see him the first time I see him was in another country for
Yep.
the same exact event. Same exact reason, right? As
Freaking
far as the
full
Olympics
circle.
go.
Have you
Full circle.
spoken to
So
him since that day?
I have because we speak through social media. So
Yeah,
that's
okay.
how we communicate.
We're
So
connected.
I guess that's one good thing that social media provides. You can
Yeah.
kind of
But you
reconnect with
could
folks.
but you could build up on that and just like
Yeah,
build a relationship
but actually,
like
yeah,
off of social media, like
mm,
transition that bit into like WhatsApp, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Something like that. And
We even talked about even the next Olympics, like
oh, that's easy. No,
possibly
you know that's
yeah, and
happening
that's
in
easy money.
LA.
Yeah, yeah, in
This is
LA
what I'm
that's easy
talking about.
money.
This is the kind of
Mm,
time it's right. It's too easy.
yeah, yeah,
It's too easy. I'm trying to get a
mm,
whole freaking. I'm trying to buy out the block. I'm trying
mm,
to buy out the block.
yeah,
Airbnb, all the Airbnbs in a row if we can.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Facts.
it's like we're gonna. It's a
Yeah,
big event, and
yeah,
I'm that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
yeah.
I don't give
I
several
plan on
people the heads up.
going. Oh yeah, I plan on going to that one too. I definitely plan on
Okay.
going to that one. Yeah, for sure.
So
Um,
definitely, I know some of the dudes that we travel with before. They say they might be interested. So,
okay.
bro, it's 2024 right now. I want to hear no freaking excuses though.
Yeah,
You
bro, that's
got four
crazy, bro. Like you
years.
got 4 years,
You
man.
got
Yeah,
4 years. Get your shit together. Whatever the fuck it is.
yeah,
Get that babysitter now. Lock
yeah,
in. Pay him with
yeah,
interest until that day if you got
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Start off with a
Yeah,
dollar.
yeah, yeah. You feel me? A
Just add
dollar a
a
day.
bit. It's gonna be a grip, boy.
What you ain't never lie.
But you better be there though. You gotta be
Yeah,
there though.
yeah, man. So it's it was a dope experience, man. I enjoyed Paris a lot actually, more than I expected that I would, honestly. And I think it's because I booked I
New
just booked
memories, man.
the memories. I booked the right Airbnb in the right small community. It was like a
Yep.
suburb community I was in. Everybody knew everybody. It was just dope. Like even the the people who owned the Airbnb that I stayed at, like they were known around the community. Like people just knew them. They're like, hey, how do you know these people? And I was like, oh, I didn't know y'all knew them. Like they're like, yeah, they're really cool people. They've been coming to this bar or this restaurant for like
Mm-hmm.
3 4 years. Like we just
That's
know
dope.
everybody and like and I just now I'm like just low-key kind of plugged into them now. So anytime I go to Paris I know like who to
You
talk
know
to, I
what
know where to
Airbnb
go,
you're gonna try
I know
and the
every
people you're gonna link up with. Yep.
you feel me, so like
Yep.
and it was just a dope, it was it was a whole vibe, man. Like I really enjoyed it, like so much so that I want to go back again.
Yeah.
um so
Hey, I mean,
um
I got a French Open
the
in the
first show, yeah.
picture. I don't know if
I'd be
you,
interested in that, I ain't gonna
you know what
lie.
I mean? All
I'd be
right,
interested in that, like I'd be
have your
interested in
people call my people.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
So no, it's definitely fly, man. And I talked to I talked to Shorty about it, and she was like, I definitely want to go too.
Okay.
Women they just women just they love to
It's
travel, so
Paris,
it's
but it's
Paris.
also
So
Paris.
it's all yeah, yeah,
Like
and that's the thing. It's also Paris, so she's like, oh yeah, I definitely want to, So she kind of like low key like
she's like I could be convinced.
yeah, yeah. But Loki, you can tell like she
Yeah.
kind of was trying to put like a bug in my ear too. I was like,
Okay.
I see what you're doing. Like I see what you're trying to do.
Okay.
And for me, I'm satisfied. Like I'm not like 100% satisfied because there was events that I wanted to go to, but I'm like
Hmm.
95% there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I was still there. I was still enjoying a lot of, the city was a buzz and it was a dope time. It was a dope
Hmm.
time. So, so that's really my challenge though, was like memories. Like memories are much more valuable than you think. And
I
my
like the
challenge
fact
with
I like the fact that you're making new memories.
yeah, and that's it.
I've been stuck with a
Yeah,
place I've been stuck in a place with my especially with my friend group where we just been like just squeezing blood out of a stone for some old ass memories, dog. Some
yeah,
old memory. We ain't making
yeah.
no new memories.
Hmm.
And like, yeah, you don't feel that close anymore. That memory is just like, yo, we don't went over that story so many different times.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's spot on, man. It's that's the challenge, and that's actually the challenge that I want to give to, or I want to, send out to the world and all of our viewers. Is like, challenge yourself to create new memories. Not to say that your old memories are like
Yeah, not
useless,
invalid.
right? That they're
Yeah.
not invalid or anything like that, but like new memories are almost as important or even more important because a lot of times when you're able to create new memories, it might even give you new life. You have new
Hmm.
motivations. You know what I'm saying? It's just you have
It might
you
be
might
that wind
you might
in your
uncover
sail that you didn't know you needed.
yeah, exactly. And I was gonna say you might
Yeah.
have new curiosities that you didn't even realize that you even had
Facts.
because you had this experience. You're like, oh, it opened you up to a whole new world of this other thing, right? So that's my challenge, man. Make new memories.